Hey guys, it is Ben, aka Fusebox. Welcome to another Fusebox Engaged. I was here with Rosetta. I don't know what happened. I dropped her out of the stream to do the intro and she just vanished. So, Lord Almighty, that's the kind of night we're starting off with. Yeah, I am kind of groggy at the moment. I'm trying to wake myself up. I was taking a nap because, I had a hard ass day at work and I'm now doing the stream. The show must go on. So, I'm trying to wake up, and speaking of waking me up, here she is again. What's up?
Want to get home.
Rosetta
Tired
is
of
in the
being a gift with
car.
the car. What'd you say?
Rosetta, I was telling the audience, our non-existent audience, where you are.
On the road to a shitty area, aka East Iowa.
Oh, I mean that describes most places in Louisiana. So,
Yeah, I will say at least here in Iowa, I'm not dodging gators on the highway like I did down in Louisiana.
oh, the gators. Nothing like prehistoric monsters all over the road to make you feel at home.
Yeah, but I got to see things like, the bighorn sheep and the elk and stuff today while I was leaving my parents' house, so I'm good.
Yeah, we don't have those.
Thanksgiving tree of turkeys. Oh God! All the people who always try to claim turkeys don't fly. It's like, do they realize that in the mountains, wild turkeys hide from predators by roosting in trees every night?
Huh.
And I took pictures of the tree full of turkeys this morning near my parents' place.
I don't think I like that.
It's
Birds freak
true.
Most birds freak me out, and I mean, it's better that
The,
turkeys stay on the ground.
the only turkeys that don't fly are ones that are either domesticated for ranching and farming or are crossbred with domesticated ones. Wild
That
turkeys fly.
that's horrifying. That's horrible.
Okay, let me put it this way: the tree near my parents' place, there was one tree that was full of them, and a couple trees that had a bunch. And between the few trees, there was probably a good 150 turkeys in them.
Ay, ay, ay. God, I don't want to live there.
All gobbling away. Why? You don't have to do much for a Thanksgiving dinner. Just walk outside with a pellet gun and go, "Pah!" Hey,
I
look,
saw
food.
I saw a documentary once where they said that turkeys were probably descended from velociraptors.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
I believe it because they're both menacing.
Yeah, but velociraptors don't eat crap.
We don't know about that.
No, that's what turkeys are. They get their nutrients by eating things out of the crap of other animals.
I could see velociraptors doing that.
That's why when one of my friends was giving me crap about eating shrimp, saying, "You know what those things eat?" And I'm sitting there going, "You like turkeys? Do you know what those things eat?" No, and I don't want to know. It's like
Ay, ay, ay.
it's like you probably don't because you wouldn't want to eat them anymore.
Yeah, turkeys,
Hey,
it's that weird flap of skin over their faces that I just don't trust.
to be fair, the wild turkeys in the Black Hills are not the standard turkeys, and they really don't have the reddish blue heads like that. They have a more blackish head, and their feathers are rainbowish.
Oh,
They're very odd birds, but they're very pretty actually compared to other turkeys. I'll have to show you some pictures of
No,
them later.
no,
They're not bad, really. They're not going to hurt you.
they're evil.
They're just going to come over and peck your shoelace and crap on you.
Look, I would take on a freaking flock of turkeys before I would go near a group of prairie dogs.
Oh God, what do prairie dogs do?
Prairie dogs are genetically kind of in between what's kind of like groundhog and squirrel. They are a type of ground-based rodent that burrows underground.
Well, I mean,
Deal with predators as they build themselves towns and they have sentries that guard over all the holes. But when things start kicking their holes or trying to dig into them and get ones out of them, they mass swarm it and bite the ankles until they break.
well, I mean, see,
And they've
I
taken
don't.
bison down like this.
That doesn't offend me. You know, they're trying to protect what's theirs. I have to respect that.
I can respect it. It doesn't mean I want to go near them because they're violent little effers and they're rodents.
See, I wanna see what a honey badger can do. Those things are fucking amazing.
I technically have pictures of one with one eye.
But
You know the old saying,
why?
there's nothing meaner than a one-eyed badger?
I've
I've
never
actually taken photos of a one-eyed badger.
heard that expression.
It's an action. You should have. It's an old Southern expression from the old Southern Gothic era.
Well, I was talking about honey badgers, the ones from Africa. Those things are tough. Freaking get stung. They get stung all over by bees to get their food, and they don't care.
Badgers in the U.S. here are in the same. They're very, very closely tied to the honey badger. The badgers in England are much milder species, but do remember all badgers are part of the same family as wolverines and Tasmanian devils.
Exactly.
They're mean animals.
I've seen video of honey badgers challenging lions and scaring them off.
Oh no, I absolutely believe that. I've seen shit like that. I have seen the craziest shit growing up in the mountains.
Good Lord.
And with my nature photography and tracking eagles and watching predators and stuff, and a couple weeks ago, the face-to-face with a wolf. Okay, ain't no thing. I'm okay. It didn't get me, so I'm good.
I actually, when I was a kid in Florida, when I was in Florida with my mom, we were riding bikes and we actually came across a wolf on a country road, and luckily we were far enough away, we stopped, and my mom was just like, yeah, let's not keep going. I'm like, what? It's just a dog. And she's like, no, that's not a dog. And
when
he
I
kind of eyed us first.
Group of three of them that liked hanging out around campus. This was a group of 3 wolves that were constantly wandering around and hanging out at campus because I went to Job Corps up in the Montana mountains. So it was not an uncommon thing to be going from job to job at Job Corps, and there's a group of wolves watching you.
Stop trying to one-up my wolf story.
No, that's one thing. The one that got me, though, was the mountain lions at Trapper.
Oh, crap.
Morning detail. And I'm supposed to go outside and clean up around the back entrance of the dorm. Because, you switch cleaning details every week. Everyone takes turns cleaning different parts of the dorm. I'm heading out the door. I start to open it, and I stop, and I go back in. Because on the bench where all the kids would sit and smoke a few feet from the building, laying on the bench asleep was a mountain lion.
Oh, Jesus.
And I stop, and I start to get back in, and the staff's like, you've got work to do, don't you? It's like, I am not going out there. Come over here, look out that window. They come over and look up. Give me a minute and start radioing over to the office to get somebody to come get the lion off the center.
Please get your mountain lion off of my bench.
Well, there was one that had been through injuries in the past and had trouble hunting that lived near center. And so every so often it would come on center, honestly, because it kind of figured these Job Corps kids were easier targets than the animals. It actually did try to jump one of the boys when he was coming into the dorm one night.
Well, you got to give him points for ingenuity.
That you do. That you do.
He knew.
But that's
Humans are the easiest targets.
In the mountains, I remember the woman who decided she was going to go up and take pictures of the elk because it's a cute little deer. She came so close to getting herself bashed to death with the antlers. The only reason it didn't bash her is because she tripped running away from it. And when she hit the ground, it decided she was too injured and walked off.
Lord.
This is stuff I've witnessed. I actually watched a woman get thrown into a tree by a bison when she got too close.
Jesus. God damn, like what do you live in Yellowstone National Park? Like what the hell?
I grew up in the Black Hills, so actually the Black Hills have more bison than Yellowstone does even. And actually some of my childhood stories actually did happen in Yellowstone, yes. My dream job I wanted when I was a really little girl was I wanted to grow up and be a forest ranger and work with the boiling mud and bison in Yellowstone.
Boiling mud.
Yeah. I actually wanted to work at a zoo when I was very little. Then I got creative. My poor mom was so disappointed.
I guess figuring out what my dream job as a little girl was tells you how much of a dainty girly girl I was.
I mean, I respect anybody who wants to be near animals. Animals are way more interesting than people.
Well, I love my nature photography now because I combine my art with what I really wanted to be as a kid that I medically couldn't be, which is the ranger. Because when I'm out there, I'm tracking animals. I'm helping keep track of their migrations. I'm taking care of things. I help get things reported if things are going on with poachers. I'm working with game wardens, rangers, and conservation work. I'm getting to do at least part of what I wanted to do.
But do you work with the Dunedain Rangers?
The what?
The Dunedain Rangers.
Mm-mm.
The men of the North.
No.
Who gave birth to Aragorn, son of Arathorn.
I know what you're saying now. I couldn't hear it the first time. You're on my phone.
You know, they live a lot longer than most humans.
Yeah, no shit. Listen, read those terms and look up what they meant back then. No, but
I'm a huge Lord of the Rings nerd.
Nut. I love mythology and history, and Tolkien did it so beautifully. I freaking love Lord of the Rings stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings is one of my expertise areas. Good stuff. I'm finally starting to wake up.
Far over the misty mountains go, dungeons deep and caverns old.
Why did I choose to do the stream on Saturday night when Saturday is like one of my worst work days?
Because you're masochistic and stupid?
I think I chose it because I'm like, well, Saturday night, like most people are going to be available. But, you know, apparently not so much.
Why don't you go tell Ian he's being a bitch and he needs to get in here? I would, but if I try to switch to the other tab, it'll crash this.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I'm doing this from my phone. If I I mean, I might be able to do something. Hold on, let me see if this works.
You know, it's never a good idea for us both to be on our phones.
It's all I've got right now. I'm poor.
Lost away in a break of day to find our love forgotten gold. Yeah, 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 yeah. That is how I kept Josiah Rises on my stream that night. He told me he had 5 minutes to stop in and say hello. Everyone knows he's the Lord of the Rings nut, right?
I'm the Lord of the Rings nut.
You're not as obsessed with it as Josiah is. He is psychotically obsessed with it. That's part of why he looks the way he looks, is he tries to look like the characters. Josiah is a sweetheart, but he told me one night he was coming, that he could stop in for the stream for a few minutes. So when he hopped in, as soon as he got there, I sang I See Fire to him. And he ended up staying over an hour.
Rest of his day.
What?
Messing up somebody's exit.
I didn't mess anybody's exit up. I just got him excited that he started talking about Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, well, like the other guy where you kept him from exiting. Say this exit.
That's what we did to Ian. Oh, poor Ian. That was horrible. I regret nothing. And since Ben said he was going to try something and I'm not hearing him anymore, I'm going to continue talking. So if anybody's actually watching or out there, it's not dead air. Also, na. I've been trolling the trolls. It's so much fun.
I'm here.
Look, it's so interesting out there. You can see the phone reflecting back and lots of black sky.
Except
Blackness.
I am so here. I never stopped being here.
Well, I couldn't hear you for a few minutes.
Well, I went on the Twitter to, try to rustle up some more
That's what I was
folk.
saying. Sometimes when you switch tabs when you're on the phone, it will mute your ability to speak until you get back on the other tab.
Well, that's oppressive.
Yeah, screw that oppression.
I need to be able to speak.
Why? I was kind of enjoying the quiet. I mean,
I need to be able to speak. It's the whole reason I have this channel, so I can talk. And so people are forced to listen to me.
that's what the handy mute button or clicking the X button is good for.
oh, look, Camzone.
Oh God, don't start me on that.
Did he just say that you're not wearing pants?
No, he said, "Oh look, Camzot,
Oh,
Time, the fascist city where everything had to be synchronized together. These
See,
wind farms in Iowa here, all blink fucking red in unison at night. So it looks like this sea of lights all blinking in unison. It looks like this like hypnotizing demonic glare.
huh.
And I call it Camzot because everything's being uniformed and everything's being forced to pulse together as one.
Sounds like communism.
Right? Which was the point of it, which is why it was so offensive what they did with A Wrinkle in Time. The whole point of that book was against groupthink, forced to live a certain way and shit. Read the book. It's really, really pro liberty.
Oh, come on. The youngest one, I gave the oldest
Shut up,
boys.
you.
We were reading the book together, and he was doing voices for it. And he gave the 5-year-old an old man's voice and started making him sound like he was screaming, "Get off my lawn!"
Well, that's interesting.
Get off my lawn.
Shut up, you!
Oh, you.
He's as bad as I am. Damn it! I'm a good girl.
Yes, if there's one thing Rosetta is known for, it is for being very tame, very demure, very soft-spoken.
Where's the lightning bolt?
Hey, it's not going to be over here. He's the one that's saying that.
True. I'm okay. Good.
There's a lightning bolt.
You're about to get smited for lying.
Oh, that's okay. I'm one of the many bastard children of Zeus, so you know.
Oh,
I
that's where half the world is supposed to be his bastard children if you actually read the mythology behind him. Basically,
Well, there
he
you
just
go.
used his power to make every woman on Earth mate with him.
Well, isn't it like Poseidon destroyed half the planet?
Oh. Anyway,
I just,
Oh,
yeah, I know, like
it's
Like
okay,
when-
Orby. We're almost home. Just a little longer, baby.
oh, I'm fine, thank you.
I was talking to the cat.
I know. Good Lord.
Good Lord Almighty. Ben's brain is dysfunctional. Oh, wait, that would imply that it actually exists.
I'm just trying to stay awake because of all, they had to frickin' overwork me today. Again.
Okay.
I need a better job.
At this point, we have been in the car how long?
11 hours.
Well, stop it.
I'm not stopping the car till I get home.
Just stop it.
I want to go home.
I mean,
I wanna
home is
see my
home is
own
wherever
bed.
you make it.
No, home is where I'm in control and it's mine, which will be the other house someday. Since I am the one on the title with my parents to their house. Technically, it's my house too. But my
I mean,
house
that's
is the one
pretty
over here.
badass.
My house is the one over here that's run my way. That's my furniture. That's how I function. If I could uproot my house and drop it in the Black Hills and get the hell out of Iowa, I would. But
I don't have the kind of money.
I know. And the point is, I don't like Iowa, but I like my house and I like my home.
I don't know why you're making me think of Red Dead Redemption 2 now.
Just
Because
under
you're a weird nerd.
an
Well,
hour.
no, it's because it's got similar types of landscape. It's that Western feel.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Did you ever play Red Dead Redemption?
No.
Did you ever play Red Dead Redemption 2?
If it's not a turn-based RPG, I really don't play it.
But it's probably the most cinematic game I've played since.
But I can't play most of those things because either they have too much flashing lights for my eyes or I just can't function with it with my hand twitches and issues.
But you did play, what, Among Us?
Briefly, just to kill the Brit.
Don't you want to play The Last of Us?
I can't play most of those things. Not that I don't want to. I can't.
I know. I was making a joke because The Last of Us is actually.
Can't play it anyway.
The Last of Us is probably the most basic bitch video game out there, and I don't care what anybody on the internet says. It's basic bitch. It's just like the most straightforward crap ever, and the ending of the game is so bleak. It's like, what was the point of making a sequel? Which is pretty much what turned me off from Star Wars, because at the end of Last Jedi, it's like, well, the ending was so bleak. What's the damn point of keeping going? That's why I'm getting frustrated. I keep seeing people always watching all the new Star Wars shit on Disney Plus, and I'm like, y'all, you're just keeping it going.
I don't know if you can see the stupid red lights.
I can't.
It doesn't show very well, but they freaking blink in unison.
Okay, now I do.
They blink in unison for miles and miles. Every light is in perfect unison. It is so
like,
creepy.
It's kind of like you're in Mordor.
Good old wind turbines.
It's so fucking creepy. I hate having to travel through here at night.
Man,
Jesus.
at least we're only coming this highway route as opposed to the northern. The northern has a lot more wind turbines.
I know it's getting worse and worse every direction, and none of these routes had them, and none of them did this flashing shit. When we moved here, and it's getting to the point where there's no route back to our house where we don't have to go through this for 100 miles.
Well, it is a dangerous road.
Yeah, with the blinking lights.
On an unexpected journey?
Well, I was thinking more like the dead marshes and all that. Don't follow the lights.
Mars attacks.
Yeah, there's some truth to that one. I also think that they probably are triggering my headaches because of the way they flash together. Because every time we have to go through here at night, I have a migraine by the time we get to the other side of it.
Damn, damn, damn. Good Lord.
Meanwhile, I have a cat whining behind me like, I've been in the car for hours, let me out.
What happened to everybody, Where did everybody go?
I don't know. They were here for a couple of weeks, and then last week and tonight, they don't seem to be here.
They're all partying.
What is wrong with these people?
You're asking me?
They're getting drunk and puking.
Yes. You probably keep more in contact with everybody than I do.
Well, I mean, Ian's hit or miss because he's always doing trucker runs. And his schedule's very flexed. Lola,
His boss
let's be honest, hit or miss depending on how much she drank that day. We love her to pieces.
I like it when Lola's drunk.
But, I mean, Hyper, I think it depends on how much other stuff she's had to do that Saturday, because she also tries to co-host and stuff on Tuck and Roll after, so whether or not she can stop here depends on how busy she is elsewhere.
Those monsters.
Beyond that, I'm not even sure who else is in the chat without thinking about it.
I send the link out far and wide.
Come in, and put up with the crazy bitch. I mean,
oh God, did you hear that?
yes.
Damn it.
What was that?
That was a text. I keep hoping to mute that. I gotta get a computer. I gotta get a computer.
Uh-huh.
Chromebook.
Oh, hush.
Jesus, dude. Hold on.
Let me see orbit poor bed.
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh, to quote the band, Lordy Lordy. Right?
Well, yes, but there's a W instead of an R.
Yeah, I can't do that. I actually speak correct English. I mean, I don't
I'm from the
speak like a southern hillbilly or some New England Bostoner. Sorry, I actually speak correct.
I'm from the South. I'm not from New England.
I said southern hillbilly or New England jackass.
We don't even have hills. We have one hill, and it's called Monkey Hill.
Being a hillbilly isn't so much about where you live as opposed to a certain lifestyle and personality. I'm from mountain folk after all. I'm from the mountain kin.
I live in a city. It's just a very small city.
Define small city.
Well, to us, driving a long way is driving like about maybe 10 miles.
No. Define small city. Define population.
Oh, I mean, we have a pretty big population, but I mean, in terms of how big the city itself is, it's actually
No. Give
relatively
number.
small.
Give a general number range.
Quarter mil, half mil.
Oh God, I don't know. Bunch of people started coming here from the West Coast and shit and ruining it.
Come on. Know the size of your own city, you pathetic.
Absentarian.
I refuse.
Thank you, Ron.
But did he look it up?
No.
No, she speaks she says absentarian. And
He's using my words. It says I like to call people absentarian troglodytes, spinning spoonerisms of their own benign delusions of adequacy.
That's a lot to take in on a Saturday night.
Pontificate a little more.
Oh, I do that in my everyday life. Like, come on.
Obsequious, maybe?
I mean, it's too early. It's too late for it right
But I'm not supposed to torment the poor Ben.
now. No, you're not
Wait.
supposed to torment me. I don't care about the stream.
Oh,
I'm driving for 11 hours.
I'm sorry. I'll play nice.
Can you do that?
Bite me.
Good Lord. Yeah, we got quite a sizable crowd right now. Got a total of 0 people. Good stuff.
You're not appealing to people. You're not
Well,
doing enough crazy stunts to make people go, what the hell's going on over there?
Well, again, I don't have a computer, so I can't pull shit up and do fun shit with that.
Well, do you want to know what's happened with my life the last couple of days?
I believe
I had
you've
to help
been
report information when I got screenshots sent to me showing that a group was not only publicly sharing doxes of a friend of mine I stream with, but actually actively publicly plotting to get him swatted.
so basically another Friday.
Antis are such pathetic jerk-offs.
Yeah.
I don't even think your brother would stand for that.
No.
People suck.
And
If you take nothing
I
else.
really love telling a friend that it looks like people are going after him. I don't want to say anything for sure, but do you think they could have your information? Not that I know of. Well, okay, send him the screenshots. Is that you? And the only words I get back are effing Kiwi Farms and then a bunch of explicitives. Followed by, unfortunately, yes. Yeah.
I never went on Kiwi Farms ever. I just like from the get-go of like joining the CG network and stuff, like I just always heard there was drama on Kiwi Farms. And I'm like, I don't want to go on
that
there.
isn't even the CG network that I was in with that one. That is the anime network. And the people that are still stalking anyone who ever had any ties to Weeb Wars or who has ever defended Japanese art when they try to make it out to be things it's not.
I just know, like, I just always saw like the most messed up shit came from Kiwi Farms. Like,
yeah. So
just
I'm
like
pretty sure I know what's going to happen the next time we have our Nights of the Anime Roundtable together, which is the group that he and I are both in, and several of our anime friends all stream in, is guess what probably is going to end up being part of the discussion on that stream?
oh
The
god,
anti-anime crowd going after, because he is not the first person on that panel they've gone after. In fact, they actively tried to get Geek Hero Bubba, if you know him, fired from his job. He actually sent stuff to his employer before.
see, that's the shit where I'm like, how do you have the time to go and try to mess with somebody's employment?
Why would you want to mess with somebody like that?
Because they're jackbooted thugs. And I know I've used that term a lot with people today.
Yeah, it is. It's lower than low.
Oh, come on, dude. You like my comment to the Ottawa police?
Yes. I mean, I don't understand. I really don't get why, like, there's so many leftists that are angry about a workers' uprising.
I thought
Like,
that was supposed to be what they were meant for. What happened to their precious union contracts?
exactly. Like, it's everything that anybody who likes Marx-based philosophy would just
It's
come
everything
over.
that they're supposed to stand for if they actually stood for principles and wasn't just a front for their political agendas.
Well, it was a front.
We knew it was a front, though. We've known it was a front for a long time. I feel the same way about the other side, by the way. 90% of what they claim is a front because they'll sell it out in a minute if it means political power.
Oh, I totally agree with that.
Oh, God.
Totally.
I still say the thing that made me smile the most over the last few days was getting followed by and support from Brian Hayner. Because I fucking love Guitar Guy and Dunham. And having
no
Guitar
idea
Guy
who that
follow
is.
me is badass. Especially since he's one of the few people out there speaking for freedom of expression on both sides.
I have no idea who that is, but
You remember the early Jeff Dunham shows?
very, very vaguely.
You remember the other comedian who was playing the guitar and doing some of the jokes and music with him during some of it?
Like Jingle Bombs?
Jingle Bombs and the Christmas show and stuff like that?
Isn't Jeff Dunham the one who was like doing interviews with people and editing them completely?
No.
Okay.
Ventriloquist.
Jeff Dunham's the ventriloquist.
Oh,
Think Jingle
okay.
Bombs.
Yeah, the dude who did the old man and the...
Yeah. Oh, he's still doing stuff. Oh, my God. His videos right now making fun of Biden. I swear he's trying to see how much it would take to get banned on YouTube with millions of subs.
See, jokes about Biden, like, that's a gold mine that people aren't touching.
Oh, when I have time and I'm at my computer where I can play stuff for you easier, I'm going to play for you a bunch of his recent material on Biden that he's done with his Walter puppet.
Well, I mean, somebody has to, because, I mean, the guy is Like when I look at him, I think of Goldmember.
But yeah, during his
I
early
think of
time,
Gold.
he had somebody who toured with him, who did a bunch of stuff with him for some shows called, who went under the stage name of Guitar Guy. His name is Brian Hayner. He's also the father of the leader of Avenged Sevenfold, which is why one of his
Okay.
codenames online is Papa Gates. He's somebody
Huh.
I've followed since that early Dunham time. I listen to his comedy music to help me laugh while I'm working on stuff a lot.
Was it Tuesday or Saturday?
Oh God, but Wednesday and Saturday, and both of them are effed up. Oh my gosh. And I sent a couple comments out supporting something he said recently, and a few minutes later get that he liked this, follows you, followed by a whole bunch of likes from him and a bunch of comments on different threads that I was on defending me. From him.
Well, shit.
And I've been having really pleasant conversations with him on all these threads ever since. And I was like, and this is somebody I've liked and watched and listened to for, probably about 16 years almost now. So it's like, damn, I'm happy right now. You know?
Yeah, most of the actors that and all the famous people that I like, most of them have been letting me down.
Somebody save me from this crazy bitch.
I love the flight.
Eileen?
Yeah, Eileen, yeah.
Somebody save me from this crazy bitch. I like Zombie Girls, Eileen, Fist Fight at the Waffle House. These are the kinds of songs that Brian Hayner makes.
And Saturday was a spoof of the song.
When they had that stupid Rebecca Black crap in the auto-tune stuff, that little phase, he made 2 videos making fun of it. And oh my God, talk about stuff people would want to cancel you for now. One of them involves, murdering the hooker you hired because it turns out to be a transvestite and stuff.
Oh, Lordy.
It's dark humor in them, but it's funny dark humor. And I've listened to him for so long. He's got his version of a country song, which involves, explaining the metaphors used in country music to talk about disgusting things. And it's called Salty Nuts. And you can guess what kind of thing he's referring to his girl doing with his best friend by that title, can't you?
I'm assuming that they're enjoying some Planters peanuts or possibly some almonds.
You sucked them till you couldn't suck no more. Your cheeks were packed with salty nuts. It was like you'd never tasted nuts before.
Planters.
Yeah, planters. You plant them, all right.
Don't you know that this is a rated G program? We got
No, it's not. Or you want to give me the link.
All these 5-year-olds watching.
To any kids watching, if you're confused by what I just said, go ask your mommy, assuming she's not doing that with your daddy.
They don't know about that. Come on.
Sorry.
Children.
Why don't you do the...
Won't somebody think of the children?
No.
Dennis Leary's song about, growing up.
Life's gonna suck when you grow up, when you grow up, when you grow up. Life's gonna suck when you grow up. It sucks pretty bad right now.
Boy, was that the truth. Oh.
Santa Claus does not exist and there's no Easter bunny. And you'll find out when you grow up that Big Bird isn't funny.
I didn't even think he was funny when I was a kid, so.
You might have to shoot a gun, go kill a nut. You might do. or when home.
What the hell?
You're gonna end up hooked on crack. Face the facts. You're gonna end a giant mess, and then you're gonna die.
All right, I didn't go that far.
That's
That's all part of the song.
I know, I'm responding to it in live action.
Can you tell I listen to a lot of demented, psychotic comedy music?
I haven't listened to comedy music in a hot minute.
I grew up on freaking Dr. Demento.
Most, most of the comedy I like either Steinfeld or I like Tim and Eric.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's right.
Shut up. No, I grew up on Dr. Demento stuff. I learned what condoms were from Dr. Demento. I was way too young to be walking around singing the Trojan Man song, but that was one of his main sponsors. So,
Condoms, they are prisons for your penis.
never decker with an unwrapped pecker.
I prefer au naturel.
Prepare for that in the sound.
Was that a cat?
That was not a cat, you asshole.
I thought that was a cat. You were talking about how your cats were whining.
Prepare for a crying baby.
Oh. Well, I haven't had that issue yet.
Oh, maybe you're firing blanks. I mean,
No. We use protection.
No. Yeah,
We use
easy. None.
damn, Steve. I
There's
wasn't
more-
even going that brutal.
There's more fun ways of birth control than putting your penis in a uncomfortable, tight piece of rubber that takes all the sensation.
You know, you're saying this, and all I'm hearing is DJ Odyssey on stream with everybody telling him repeatedly, remember, if you don't want a gut, take it in the butt.
Well, yeah, that one's a little difficult on my end, mainly for the women. It's like try to fit a truck into a doghouse. Like, oof.
The truck, you're really optimistic, aren't you?
No, I've been complimented by a lot of people.
Let's define your version of a lot here.
Magazines.
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About, I'd say somewhere around 8 to 10.
Okay, so at least you're not on Anthony's level of manho. I mean,
Well, you know, no more than this.
But anyway,
Ornery, shut up. Well,
Woof.
just because he's talking about sex does not mean he needs a mewling pussy.
I mean, everybody needs a little pussy.
Mewling?
Sometimes women have pussies that make noises.
Well, sometimes the women are mewling and moaning when the guy is doing things to it, but it shouldn't be that part making those sounds.
Always remember, everybody, if a woman sounds like a cat in heat, you're probably not
She's
doing
gonna
it
be easy to
correctly.
nail. I mean, sorry.
I thought this was G-rated.
No, it's not.
It's totally G-rated.
Trust me, hon. If it was G-rated, he would never have given me the link.
Children love talking about pussies.
Okay, I am waiting for anti-CG to try to use that in one of their attacks on the community.
Stroking
See,
pussy.
I'm too below the radar. Like they don't know I exist. Most
Then
of
how
them
come I
don't.
keep getting clips and screenshots of me being taken out of context by him?
Cause you go on all the famous big channels.
I haven't been on those channels in a long time.
Yeah, Jeff's channel.
I do need to go on there with him sometime. He already promised me he would when I actually launch my book.
There's only really two anti-CGers that know about me, and like they don't really mess with me because I mean,
Well, if you keep
in their
tagging me in your posts, that's going to change.
well, it's like in their minds, like they think I'm small time because like Outlaw Nights didn't really break 10K. So
If that's the
like
case, why are they so obsessed with Anthony? It's not like he's got massive sales on the projects he's doing.
I don't know, maybe Anthony's probably he's working it.
Shaking it.
Well, I mean, he is the manho. I mean,
'Cause I mean,
tell
like when I
Anthony to get his stoner ass in here.
because like when I rarely when I go on other people's chats and stuff, like I don't really chat a lot, mostly because I get annoyed because the damn chats are always moving so fucking fast.
I mean, I mostly hang out on small channels and in art streams. But yet I keep ending up with all this shit taken out of context or all these screenshots of them bitching about different tweets of mine. How they were trying to complain and cancel me because I was making death jokes at Kyle Ritter.
Oh God.
Even though he liked the jokes, he approved me posting them and he shared them out himself.
Well, they gotta try to make us look like evil monsters.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that, okay. So I posted an image tagging Kyle in it saying I thought of him with it that said that getting a hand job from a deaf person is the same as getting oral.
I just got it.
But when I first read it, I laughed, but I also went, dude, that's a bit out there. And I actually messaged him and got permission to post it to him before I did. Because it was a bit out there and I didn't want to cross the line with somebody.
Always do a disclaimer with your jokes. That's the nice 2020 way of doing things.
I mean, it is seriously where, I tease my friends constantly, but there are occasions where I make sure this doesn't cross the line with you, right? Just because I know I can cross the lines and I don't want to actually be nasty or offensive to my friends. I try to be the person,
Well, I mean, on our last stream, you crossed the line with the Spice Girls.
No, they sucked, literally and figuratively. They probably
That's
sucked
what I'm
a lot of
talking
money to
about.
get a job, and they sucked as a band.
You've crossed the line. You know damn well that is blasphemy.
Steve, were they a horrible band?
Only Posh.
There you go.
Was okay. He's not giving them good review. He's saying one of them was halfway tolerable.
See, I always thought Posh was the one who was acting like she was too good for everybody,
That was the whole point of her name.
I know, but that was the thing though. Like in the movie and all, she was the least believable.
I am so proud to say that I never watched that damn movie.
What movie?
Spice World.
Huh?
You do know they made a movie of the Spice Girls, right?
Why would I want to watch it?
Thank you.
Because it's horrible.
Well, if you want to watch horrible, there's plenty of things like was it Geely or Giggly or whatever the heck that stupid movie.
Hunt.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Holy shit! Bride, fucking psycho.
Yeah, but that's not like bad, like funny bad. That's like that's like bad. Like, oh God, I'm cringing so hard. It's bad.
Well, you can watch, like our Lava Lantulas.
Oh my God.
Hey,
I've never
Steve
even
Cooper
heard of
did a
that.
good job in those 2 movies.
Playing a horrific sci-fi knockoff of what should be horror. Yes.
Yes. It was so horribly animated. It was hot. It was fun.
This is the guilty pleasure for me and my husband, is watching really bad sci-fi horror movies and really bad Hallmark movies and spending 8 hours pausing the same movie so we can make fun of every line of dialogue and every event that happens.
They went too far with Sharknado. They did too many of them.
And they went so over the top, it wasn't even fun to insult it anymore.
2 was funny, and then they started going dumb.
Going dumb? No, going dumber.
Going so bad, so dumb that it got impossible to watch.
We have a very dark, sardonic, snarky sense of humor, and we like to mock things.
Well, I like mocking things. I just don't go too dark with it.
So watching bad horror movies so you can stop constantly and laugh and mock how people die?
It depends. It depends on how bad, like how cheesy.
Oh, if you go on Amazon Prime and watch a lot of the like volcano movies that they make.
I've got to find the title for it. I don't even know what it was. It was the middle of the freaking night. I walked out and he'd left Sci-Fi running. And I was half asleep, and I didn't know where the remote was, and I couldn't figure out what the movie was, and I couldn't change the channel. But this was some really deranged shit where they were literally like obsessed with trying to follow the scientific theories of Al Gore, and these like tree-hugging, squirrel-hugging nutcases killing each other and stuff. And oh God, if I could find the name of it, it was so bad.
That feels like a pun thing to say, a squirrel hugging nutcase.
No, there's a reason I said it that way. It's really bad. It's really bad. Oh my God. It definitely did not defend that point of view. I don't think it was meant to insult that point of view. That's the scary thing. It was so bad. It made the point about how nuts they are. But I think this was supposedly a horror movie in the eyes of somebody who's a devoted global warming believer. And it was so bad that it was comedy. And it was hilarious.
Well, that's how I feel about Walker, Texas Ranger. It's like, it shows you, like, I guess, like what, the Republican point of view in the 90s, but it's so fantastical, it's hilarious.
See, I never got into that shit either. I always thought that was dumb. See,
well, I mean, it is
both sides equally. I mean,
well, no, but that's my point, though. Is like it's it's so dumb, like that. It's hilarious.
What about Murder, She Wrote?
That just makes you think. Why would anyone be friends with this woman? Everyone she's friends with dies. She's in a tiny town, and all her friends are dying every week for a decade.
Her friend or her friend's friends or children.
What if the twist is that she was the killer?
No, that's what a lot of the theories behind it went. Is there's no possible way it could be an accident or coincidence. She has to be like orchestrating this so she could write it in her stories.
See, that would be a good way to reboot the franchise. Uh-oh.
Don't say reboot. You say it and they will come.
Oh, they're already watching. They know.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
It's like, all right, what franchise can we dig up from the past that we can butcher?
Oh, the Garfield they've destroyed how many times?
Oh God.
The animated Garfields.
I loved Garfield growing up, and I liked Garfield and Friends. They did some stuff in that they would never be able to do today. Oh my God, especially the Buddy Bears and making fun of the communist group Think the way they did with them.
Well, I know like Garfield pretty much captured how I am in the morning.
I agree with him about mornings. I agree with him about Mondays. I agree with him about raisins. Just saying. Garfield's got my back.
But I was a fan of Odie more than anything.
Oh, hell no.
Because
That's
Odie was,
right, idiot.
he was the big dumb sweetie.
Which one do you think I am more like, Odie or Garfield?
Oh, come on. How is that a question?
Big fat hairy deal.
It depends on how PC you want. To take that.
Okay, am I the pussy or the wiener?
Not just that. You could start turning it into an insult. If you say you're Garfield, then what? You're calling me fat, or you're calling me a pussy?
Oh, what I did to poor Mike. Barry's and it's Mike. That was unfair the other day. I'm sitting in the chat of one of the streams he's on, and he makes a comment about how I'm always so savage dealing with these idiots. That's why he likes hanging out with me, because you're savage as F. And I should have taken the compliment, but instead I went, "You just called the Native woman savage. Reed, you're going to get canceled now."
Uh-oh.
What the heck are you doing? You're blinking
Masturbating while driving. That's what they're doing.
Oh, they're blinking right, turning left into this lane, only to veer back right again. Well, they probably are masturbating with their, and sitting on it while they're doing it.
Sitting on their thumbs and spinning to see if they can dig for gold.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
Jesus.
can't get the elbow because they're driving.
This program is for all ages. Let's all remember.
Now you're having a very rare circumstance, because it's not often my husband's with me on streams.
Usually
Well, there you go.
a minute or two.
We're promoting monogamy. We're promoting family values.
Hon, is family values when you tie me up and I suck you?
At least it's not family making.
Okay, you can't just throw me off like that. Oh, Jesus. We needed Drunk Lola. Drunk Lola would have had something good to say.
See, if there were people in the audience, there'd be plenty of good, audio snippets.
This would be the perfect opportunity for the antis to get some horrible stuff I've said, wouldn't it?
So basically, we're...
Oh yeah, that's one of the conspiracies. He doesn't exist according to the antis. He doesn't exist.
Well, they can't see me very well.
He can see you though. They say that I'm not married. I'm making up my husband. His account is just me. And that all those times he's seen on camera with me is a paid actor paid to come in to pretend to be my husband.
That's very elaborate.
I'm sitting there going, damn, how long have I been supposedly holding this hoax against them? Since I have pictures of us for the last almost 20 years together.
Well, remember, like, our group is supposed to be like a white supremacist group, even though it's comprised of multiple ethnicities.
Well, I mean, technically speaking, he is a white man that's very oppressive to his submissive wife. Who happens to be, the albino native chick. So there's that.
Don't get me banned from my work.
You're not getting banned. We love you.
Oh, Lordy.
No kink shaming.
Well, I'm thinking it's probably about time to wrap it up.
Well, I've been trying to tell you to wrap it up for a long time, but you keep saying you don't like to do that.
Well, you wrapping up the stream gents, get yourself a lady who likes to take the pill. It works wonders.
Boo! The pill has all kinds of health issues for women.
It depends on
And
the
increases
woman.
her odds of cancer.
It depends on the woman.
Statistically, it more than doubles the chances she'll get cancer in ovarian or breast form.
Rosetta, every time I suggest anything, you always come up with these dark, horrible things of like, no, you can't do that because actually it does this, this, and that. And it's like, well, shit, Rosetta, I can't even live.
Can't do it. I'm saying, the pill is more dangerous than a condom.
Well, whatever. Fine. Go back in time and get the sponge. But as always, I am
IUD, not IED. For crap's sakes.
I know. I said IUD, or is it IED?
Jesus.
What, an explosive tampon?
I know it. Better than, some of those torture devices.
I'm sorry, Ben.
Those.
He's worse than I am sometimes.
I don't know any of that, but
oh my god, I'm sitting here cringing at what he just said.
I'm as always, I'm Ben Fuselier, Fusebox. You can find me on Twitter at Nights Outlaw. You can find me here on Fusebox Engaged. I do this show every Saturday, and I'm going to try to do a couple of special types of shows, maybe on like Tuesdays or Wednesdays, depending on how I'm feeling. And get ready, y'all, because issue 2 of Outlaw Nights, the mailing list, is coming pretty soon. I'm going to say within the next couple weeks. And take it, Rosetta.
What?
Where do people find you and all that?
Well, okay, I couldn't quite hear you there. Just look for Eagle Rider on YouTube. See the crazy chick on an eagle back? That's me. Otherwise, go over to Twitter, RoseMQueen1, and watch me slap trolls around constantly and tell people they're idiots.
And I mean, you can also see that here. She does that to me a lot too. So,
but that's different. That's lovingly.
But anyway, y'all, we shall be back, and I hope everybody has a good Saturday, and we will talk to you all later.